Oh, I didn't know this game had autosave. That's actually kind of neat. I played for exactly 1 hour? That's so weird. View the summary. Okay, I guess I might as well at least see these once. Oh! Okay, I remember they had these in Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. I can't remember whether or not they were in the original Metal Gear Solid. But in Twin Snakes, they had a version of this. Jonathan's ex-wife Lorraine says her husband, Kenzo Hojo, has disappeared. The only clues are 4 capsules and a leaf fragment. However, Lorraine is critically injured by an unknown assailant. The perpetrator is a mysterious individual with white blood. He manages to elude Jonathan and escapes on a motorcycle. Frustrated, Jonathan heads back to Lorraine. This is a very, 80s a cop show vibe, which actually I'm pretty sure is what he's going for.
雪が止んだわ。よかった。またあなたと一緒に星が見られた。会いたかったわ。この28年間。
ロレイン。
その時計まだしてくれてるのね。
時間にルーズな俺に君がくれたものだ。
私たちの時間は止まっていたのに。ジョナサン、お願い。カレンは病気なの。助けてあげて。カレンは。
ロレイン。ロレイン。ロレイン。
知り合いか。
友人だ。古い。
かわいそうに。ビヨンドから来たんだろう。
いや。戻ってきたんだ。戻ってきたんだ。俺のところに。
本日は ASL797 便をご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。当機はグラビティターンに移り、順調にビヨンドコーストへの軌道を飛行しております。なお、これより先は無重量状態となりますので、ご気分の悪くなられた方はウィンドウ脇の呼び出しボタンを押してお近くのスチュワーデスまでご連絡ください。
どうしたんですか？気分が悪いようですね。
宇宙は苦手で。
宇宙酔いですか？珍しいな。宇宙は初めて。
いや、昔事故で宇宙を漂流して、それで宇宙恐怖症に。
それは大変ですね。スチュワーデスに行って薬をもらったらどうです？コールボタンなら壁の赤いスイッチですよ。
いや、まだ大丈夫。
気を紛らわすには話すのが一番です。隣に座ったのも何かの縁です。よろしく。私はレッドウッドです。
ああ、イングラムです。よろしく。
Oh, shit, I didn't even realize my fucking cursor had come up. Remarkable, isn't it? An emotionless vacuum, silencing all but the tiniest of organisms. Beyond is still quite a distance away. Unlike an airplane, out here looking out the window doesn't help pass the time much. Well, it might not in an airplane either, especially if you're going into the ocean. What the fuck happened to your hand? I see you injured your arm. I just burnt it a little. Seems like a kind of red herring thing. I'm almost expecting that he's actually a robot and this is somehow coming up or covering up a severe robotic or obvious robotic thingy. Must be painful. The best environment for treating a burn is 0 gravity. That has to be bullshit. What about his tacky orange suit? He's an unusual kind of guy. He looks awkward to talk to. What is it? Something bothering you? Your suit. I like orange, but not for a jacket. Okay, so nothing more on his costume. What about his hair? Okay, nope. What about this jacket? What's that crest on your jacket? Wait, was I looking for Redwood? Redwood was the guy I was looking for? This? It's the Policenauts crest. The Policenauts? They're from back in the day. It's the Policenauts crest. This thing is 30 years old now. I actually kind of like that Johnathan would have an internal monologue of like, oh yeah, I know what this is. What is it? It looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. What sort of badge is that? It's a muddy as fuck badge is what it is. Oh, just this thing? I kind of a good luck charm. It's my Policenauts badge I always wear around my neck. You must have a real thing for them. You don't see many watches like that nowadays. Is that a radio-controlled watch? Yeah, this model is actually one of the first watches ever overused in outer space. What the? Oh no, it's ever used. Sorry. With the CRT I'm working on, it kind of bleeds together a bit. It's been modified into a radio-controlled watch. Let's see, we've already been in the air for over 12 hours. You look concerned with the time. I just can't seem to settle down. Alright, is that a toothpick? Kinda hard to judge myself objectively. Johnathan Ingram, it's me. I almost look like hell right now. You look better than the other guy. Alright. Mind if we talk? Ask about his background. Your skin looks a little... It's always been like this, yes. Why is your skin that color? It's because of my artificial blood. My red cells are actually white. White blood. I use first-generation artificial blood, which is less complex than third-generation kind you see on home. Are you from beyond? Yes, I was born and raised there. I had a family matter to attend to on home. And yourself? Are you a terrestrial? Not exactly. I used to be an amphibian. You know, going back and forth between home and beyond. Okay, that's what they were talking about. An amphibian? You were one of the amphibians? It was a long time ago, back when we were called astronauts. Alright, what's his background again? I might not make much sense to terrestrials, but beyond is home to me. Okay. First generation artificial blood. Are you military? Something like that, yes. I am a frozener, after all. So what about that injury to your arm? Yes, what about it? Never mind. Okay, so this is implying that he was the guy who, I was shot earlier. You must be a pretty busy guy. My job isn't that involving. Beyond. Beyond is a very nice place. It has 16 artificial gravity. Wait. Oh, 1G artificial gravity, so it's just Earth gravity. And its own plant life. Terrestrials enjoy it there a lot too. If you want detailed information, you should talk to the stewardess. It'll be hitting its 30th birthday soon. There are a lot of festivities going on all over Beyond to mark the anniversary. Alright. 30th again. Frozeners. What do you mean by frozeners? A frozener is someone created from an artificially fertilized egg held in a cryogenic storage by the government, or the breeders, as some people call them. The egg is later transferred to a surrogate mother for gestation and delivery. Oh yeah, I've heard about them a little. Well, heard a little bit about them. There's still a severe shortage of manpower in space development. You sound like I'm boring you. All Frozeners have identification code like this tagged into our foreheads, surprising as it may sound. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, whatever. I just put a little bit of time just to be able to read that. There's no discrimination against us on Beyond like there is on Home. If anything, we're considered superior. Oh, that's what they said. There's a great number of Frozeners on Beyond. Okay. Artificial blood. What does having artificial blood do for somebody? Artificial blood has a higher oxygen transportation efficiency than normal blood, so it makes heavier blood loss less of a life-threatening condition. The body's functions aren't negatively affected in areas of low oxygen density either. Yeah, that's perfect for someone working in space. Not really. Because the thing is, if you fucking can't get air, I'm not sure how much of a benefit it's gonna be. I mean, I guess you could theoretically survive in space a little bit longer, but then you'd be suffering from the negative effects of the vacuum, which, while they're not as bad as they're often shown to be, they're still pretty rough. Like, the fucking water on your eyes boiling off. Alright. So why hasn't it been adapted for widespread use? A normal person's kidneys and lungs wouldn't be able to process this type of artificial blood. You need to make slight improvements to the kidneys and lungs via gene therapy, and also undergo regular hemodialysis. That requires incredible amounts of money and the proper facilities. Guess we can't really expect the public to be on it anytime soon then. Okay. Arrival time. When are we gonna arrive? We've just passed the halfway point. We still have a while to go yet. I'm gonna exhaust this, but then I'm gonna call the stewardess. Hojo picture. I'm sorry, who are they? I don't know them. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to. Lorraine photo. This is a photo of me and Lorraine when we went to Lucas World. The one I had sitting on my desk back in the office. Never hurts to think ahead. Is that your wife? No. Oh, so is she your girlfriend? Something about her reminds me of the woman from that other photo. I guess the ages aren't too far apart though. If those are for SAS, I don't need any. Alright, leaf? What kind of leaf is that? Okay, so it's just nothing else. Policenauts photo. A Policenauts photo? Why am I not surprised? It's about as rare as that crest. You must have a real thing for them. You seem like an old-fashioned kind of guy. You could say I don't. You could say I don't keep up with all the trends. I actually kind of like... Okay. Now virtually anyone can go to outer space. Okay, so... I take it that a lot of this is... Actually, I will say this is kind of clever in how, like, he's not, like, making himself as obvious as other people, where it's like they tell you every bit of their life story. He's telling them just enough to understand him, but not so much that he, like, that he may give away what his mission is. Which, given how he's being hunted, is actually a very, or, like, how he was just involved in a potentially dangerous situation is a very smart idea. There's a button to call the stewardess, and a button for the TV there. Actually, I want to see, I'll call the stewardess. I'll call the stewardess over.
Hi, どうなさいましたか? 顔色が悪いですね。宇宙酔いですか?
ああ。
緊張なさらないで気を楽にしてください。
ありがとう。
何か私にできることございますか?
Alright. Okay, is this the game where you could do this? That's a really tight skirt. This is a special SAS skirt, or this is a special skirt to prevent SAS. It puts pressure on the abdomen to prevent excess blood from moving to the upper half of the body as much as possible. Our entire uniform is designed this way. That is a lot of thought put into something I never would have thought about. We also wear elastic stockings to help stimulate blood flow to the extremities. Okay. Hang on. Ever stay. Something on the shirt? Oh. Are you not wearing a bra? They look so perky. That's right. You don't need a bra in zero gravity. Okay. Nor do you need to worry about your hips, breasts, or cheeks sagging. And, oh, okay, so this was the game that does that. You know, I don't think I've ever felt a pair in zero gravity before. What are you doing? I'm assuming I can't do that more than once, but let's see if there's actually... yeah, I see what you mean. Please don't look at me like that. Okay, what if you go more than once? This would really, really help my SAS. What are you doing? Does he have multiple lines for this? Okay, no, it's just back to this. Okay, so go back to talking. Excuse me? Yes? She's very calm, given everything I've done so far. But yeah, that's one of the more notorious things about this game. Apparently Snatcher has something that's a lot more detailed, or it may have something that's less. I'm not sure, but the big controversy I've heard was with Snatcher and not this game. But that may be because Snatcher was properly localized, whereas this one was not. Beyond Crest. Beyond Crest, mankind's first space colony was completed in 2010. Since immigration was open to the general public in 2013, the colony's population has grown to approximately 1 million people. Nearly 1/3 of the current population is comprised of second-generation inhabitants. In only 30 years? Really? I guess if adults go there, I guess you gotta do something. Okay. Jesus Christ! So this is getting a lot bigger. Much like he was when he'd, no. I can't think of a way to put that elegantly. Okay. Well, first of all, first of all, the colony is a cylinder shape. It's a 6.5 kilometer in diameter and 32 kilometers in length. It makes one complete rotation every 2 minutes, creating an artificial gravity virtually equal to that of Earth's 1G. I gotta look into those numbers. The colony's surface and mirrors are divided into 3 sections around its central axis, with each of the sections having an area of 90 square kilometers. It's the first and last O'Neill type colony. Okay, so it's, oh no, it's just, the only thing he didn't mention more than once was the O'Neill colony. The medical definition of space adaptation syndrome, or SAS, is the symptoms one experiences during adaptation to zero gravity. It varies from person to person, but over 50% of people develop symptoms within 1 to 2 hours of entering weightlessness. Fucking Jesus! Okay, we're gonna be here a while. Pause. Much was revealed about the nature of SAS after the turn of the century. The previously held barony theory was rejected, with the cause of SAS now said to be a vestibular disorder. The vestibular system undergoes a paralysis, throwing off one's center of balance. It's called the vestibular disorder theory. It states that several organs that perceive gravity are involved in this disruption, not just the otoliths of the inner ear. I hope she actually knows what she's talking about, because I don't. I don't know much about the system of balance, which is hilarious, because I actually have really severe motion sickness problems. It's actually why I've not been able to play video games in marathon sessions as much as I've been before. Generally speaking, the most effective form of treatment available would be to give an intramuscular injection of promethazine. but because SAS varies from person to person, there are currently no medications capable of alleviating all of its symptoms. While it's somewhat rudimentary, keeping your head as still as possible will reduce a lot of the discomfort. Alright, what are you gonna use? Ginger pills? For terrestrials, it might be helpful to do some zero-gravity sensory training on an adaptation training units before you fly. Okay. What about the cause of SAS? I can go over it again. Sure. Okay, no, it's the same thing. Okay. I actually kind of like that they acknowledged that. I just repeated that. All that being said, I think she added one extra block there. So shit. Symptoms. Symptoms include dizziness, cold sweat, vomiting, headache, and fatigue, and are often accompanied by false feelings of falling over that doesn't occur in normal motion sickness. The longest live. I'm trying to speak, probably using my breathing, but for some reason it feels like the bottom of my jaw is intentionally trying to push against my fucking throat. The longest day lasts about 2 days. However, so I think you should feel better pretty soon. Unless you leave before then it's gonna get a whole lot worse. But I don't give a shit. I can go over it again, sure. Okay, no new thing added. Zero gravity's effect. There is no hydrostatic pressure in zero gravity, so much of your body fluids collect in the upper half of your body in an attempt to evenly distribute them. When this happens, your body thinks the amount of blood in the bloodstream has increased, causing your brain to send a message to the kidneys. Basically, you end up having to urinate a lot more often. There are efforts underway to try to control this misperception in the brain through methods like biofeedback and yoga. Man, it's like go on a freaking zero gravity airplane, and then all of a sudden you see DDP in there. It's like, just look at her, everything is tight. Okay, now, also because of your bones, joints, and muscles. Also, your bones, joints, and muscles don't undergo any stress in zero gravity. Your bones lose their calcium. Long-distance spaceships create artificial gravity through centrifuge force, but the only thing that can prevent calcium bone loss on this type of plane is exercise. We have equipment such as ergometers, treadmills, and resistance bands aboard. You could also try chewing some gum made from the leaf of the hardy rubber tree. Also, okay. Hardy rubber tree. Wait, what was that? Fucking hell, they keep adding extra ones that I keep missing. Because they keep assuming that they're just gonna repeat everything. Normally we would spend the night in an Earth-orbiting space station, then travel to the rest of the way in an orbital transfer vehicle. But this is a direct flight to Beyond, which takes about 2 days. So, we'll be there soon! Ah, fucking hell. Course? Normally we would spend the night in an Earth-orbiting space... Oh, really? Okay. In accordance with the stricter space debris regulations, the plane doesn't eject waste into space like before. Also, you won't get the chance to see any space fireflies like Project Mercury's astronaut Glenn or Milky Way's like Aurora 7's astronaut Carpenter. Yeah, this is definitely a Kojima game. It's like kind of... he runs the gambit from like every kind of crude humor, every kind of immature humor, and then like juxtaposes it with really serious stuff. Like a lot of the stuff here with the space clearly had work put into it. The toilet used a vacuum waste collection system, so it may feel a bit ticklish. Ticklish? I see that part hasn't changed. Okay. Meals. Space food has vastly improved over the years, and is actually quite tasty now. Following the latest trends on Earth, we even offer Japanese cuisine as well. However, because flavors aren't preserved very well under low air pressure, we don't bother trying to use any exotic flavorings in our food. You remember I was talking about the effects of zero gravity a moment ago? Space travel also causes changes in your body's external secretions and metabolism, which can affect your sense of taste. You may not be completely satisfied with certain aspects of the food, but we ask for your understanding. I'd like to think that the entire time she's explaining this, she's in this pose. Especially as the fact that they added the detail that she's blinking. It's like, yeah, this is just the standard pose. Okay. The fuel tank, which contains liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, is considerably big. So there's only enough seating space for 30 people, including crew. Alright. Wait, since there are less than 30 passengers, there is no separate classes on board. Body. I've noticed it's extremely quiet on board. The walls of the plane are reinforced with piezoelectric elements. They cancel out the noise from the plane by bending it in the opposite direction of the vibrations outside. That's why it was so quiet when we were leaving atmosphere, was it? Okay, so I assumed that's what they're talking about. He wasn't seriously saying, hey, why isn't there space coming, or sorry, why isn't there any sound coming from space? Or maybe even like, he might have even been talking about I noticed that it's not rattling like before. There are optical fibers running all over the body of the plane. If any problems should occur outside, we'll know about it right away. World of difference from the shuttles we had 30 years ago. Sensors on the outside of the plane check for any changes in conditions like pressure, temperature, and automatically make adjustments to the plane's course accordingly. How would you be able to detect pressure in a vacuum? The fuck? Or is it like... No, I'm trying to think of something. I'm like, how the fuck would you be able to tell that? I'm assuming that's when you're entering atmospheres and not or exiting atmospheres and not necessarily in fucking vacuums. The plane, like any conventional airplane, is a flat lifting body. Yeah, the actual plane itself creates lift and not just the wings, right? Yes, that's why the wings are so small. I know a little bit about the old shuttles myself. Okay. All space planes are lifting bodies. Okay. Funny thing is, I used to think that it was like, that all the power from spacecraft came from the fire that was produced at the end. I actually found out that a big part of it is actually just the fact that you're losing weight by shooting it behind yourself. Okay, see we're at some. How much longer till we arrive? We're not far from beyond now. Oh, whoa. Alright, ask for medicine. You think you could give me something for my SAS? It must be really uncomfortable for you, but these things do take a while to take effect, you know. You might not be need it for a little bit. Yeah, no, but I'd still rather take something. I think you'll be alright. We'll be arriving at Beyond shortly. I guess take medicine. Here's some relax effects, then. Relax effects? Who made this? Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, huh? Thanks. Here goes nothing. Oh, flirt. If you're free, how about showing me a stranger around Beyond? Oh, how about showing a stranger around Beyond? I don't know if that's such a good idea. I'm trying to do my job here, you know. Man, what should I do? I'd consider it if you worked for Tokugawa. Oh, wait. I might be able to show her some stuff. Have you ever seen the man in this photo before? I'm sorry, I don't know either of them. Lorraine? What do you think of this picture? Wow, she's beautiful. Capsule. Ever seen capsules like these before? You just took something for SAS, remember? So they look just like SAS skulls. You have any idea what kind of leaf this is? Is that a pressed leaf from Earth? Don't forget that if you're taking plants into Beyond, they need to be inspected at the airport. You recognize this picture? Yes, I've seen it in textbooks. They were Beyond's original cops. You're going to Beyond to learn about the Policenauts, are you? There's an exhibit. Fucking hell. There's an exhibit on Policenauts at the Astronauts Memorial Museum. That's neat. How does you and me having dinner under the stars after we land sound? Capsules. You took something for SAS, right? Is that a pressed leaf from Earth? Okay. Okay, yeah, it looks like the fact that they cut me all the way back to here is a sign that I've basically done everything here possible. I think you'll be alright. We'll be landing at Beyond shortly. It's okay, I'll pass. Okay, I can't promise you anything, but I'll think about it. Really? Feeling better now? What the? Okay. Anything more I can do for you? Stay a little longer? Certainly. Anything else I can show, or... Am I glad I picked this flight? I might not have met such a beautiful stewardess otherwise. Well, thank you. You got a very nice body. This is taking the SAS off my mind. I suppose if it's helping. What's this giant-ass bow? Your uniform has a very nice color. Really brings out your curves, too. It works just like my shirt. You might not know that we wear a rubber underskirt, too. It prevents the muscles from atrophying in zero gravity. Actually, she would really need to wear that, given the fact that she is always in here. Okay, so one last one. Stop it, I'll call one of the male attendants. Okay, so, yeah, let her go. Thanks a lot. Be good now.
少し眠ったらどうです？
そうですね。宇宙酔いも楽になりましたから。
何かあれば起こしてあげますよ。
それじゃあ。
お疲れ様でした。当機は間もなくビヨンドコースト宇宙港に到着いたします。到着ロビーにて国際宇宙検疫制度に従った消毒殺菌、入国手続きをお願いいたします。なお、ただいまジュースと食塩錠剤をお配りしております。フライト中に体外へ流出した体液を補給するようご利用ください。本日は当 ASL のスペースプレーンをご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。またのご利用をお待ちしております。まもなくビヨンド宇宙港に接岸します。
Do you want to save? Seems like that was a chapter 1? Whatever, I guess this is a decent enough time to stop. So, join me next time when we are on Beyond. See you guys then.
どうしたんですか？気分が悪いようです。
You do not get to say if I feel sick. Holy shit, that guy looks like he's been through hell. And he wants to talk shit about us. Oh, he's wearing the Policenauts uniform. Or at least the fucking vest. Okay, 2 portions of his name could be used for dick jokes. Jesus Christ. Did he fall on the floor? This guy's voice is really creeping me out.